Welcome guys to my YouTube channels, and those who are new here, welcome. So today we are going to make green peas stew. Right into the ingredients. We have some pork, we have salt, we have potatoes we are going to add into our stew. We have some ingredients here. We have tomatoes, we have onions, we have dhania, we have carrots and the green pepper, we have the peas and some pepper. So we go straight into our cooking. So we're going to boil our meat, our pork. When I say boil, not a lot of water. As you can see, our pork is just a small amount. We're going to boil using some small amount of water. That's just to help it cook before we can start the actual cooking. Yes, we're going to cover our pork for some while. That was after some few minutes after I added some water. So as you can see, the pork is already pre-cooked. Let me just use the word pre-cooked because it's not yet cooked. So we're going to pre-cook. It's already pre-cooked. So we are going to add our ingredients. We are going first to add our oil. At this point, we just add some small amount, but not that small and not a lot of oil. Pork tends to have its oil, I guess, because when after boiling and then you look into your sufuria after the water is over, you will see some oil in your pot. So we're going to add our onions in. You will see me mostly stirring at this point when immediately after this process, not immediately after, yes, immediately after, and at some point we're going to stir a lot. I'm just stirring a lot just to prevent it from sticking into my pot. I hope you're loving the video so far. It's going to be an amazing experience. Let's just continue cooking. This point, I love my onions golden brown. You will catch me saying a lot in my video, but today we are not going to cook our onions till golden brown. We're just going to saute them, just let them cook for a while. So I have two ways I cook this. If there is the third way, please just comment. I'm just going to explain the second way so that you can get this is my first way and my second way. If there is another way you can cook the pork or any type of meat other than these two ways, please comment and I will make sure I will show you trying. I will record my whole experience trying your way. So I have this way of boiling the meat and then let it stay in the same sufuria, adding the onions and everything. We are going to just add every ingredient here. And there's the other way. I use a different pot boiling, and then after boiling the meat I put it aside, and then I take either the same sufuria or another and start cooking afresh. Adding my cooking oil, my onions, my tomatoes, and all the ingredients they follow. Now that's of starting. So this is my first way. So this is my first way, and my second way is just adding after boiling. We take another clean pot and start with the onions, not the meat. We have the onions. So that's my second way of cooking. If there is the third way, please comment and I will try your recipe. Here we are trying all recipes that we can think of. So after we added our onions, we added our tomatoes next, and we added salt. There is this chemistry that goes on with salt and tomatoes. I don't know if you notice it or I notice it alone or it's just my thinking, but the tomatoes help the salt help the tomatoes like zina crush. And another way you can do this is after you add your tomatoes, you cover them so that they can quiver so that they can cook with the heat. So as you can see, there's a clip that is missing, but I'll just explain how we ended up here. So what we did is, after adding the tomatoes, we added a little amount of water to it to make it a paste, and then we added our tomatoes first, our potatoes, and let them cook. As you can see, from the previous like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I used my knife to check if the potatoes are cooked, and they were cooked. So that's how we reached here. After they are cooked, we add now the main ingredient, which is green peas, because this is a green peas stew. So we add the green peas, which was boiled. Yes, it was boiled, and we continue cooking. Now I hope we are together until this point. If you haven't understood anything, please you can comment and I will just reply, because we can't redo, but we will redo the same stew using the other method or the method you will give me, so we won't miss on anything. But I hope so far we have not missed in anything. I hope we are all together. I don't want to leave anyone behind. Yeah, so we just add water to this amazing stew, which is going to be more amazing at the end. So we add some water and then we cover for it to boil. Again, I love my soup thick, not thin. When you have a thick spoon, the soup, I guess it changes everything. The food is sweet and everything. Yeah. So as you can see, the soup, the stew is almost ready. But remember, there are some ingredients that we have not added. Yes, the carrots, the green bell pepper, and the coriander. So we are going to add them here. Why? The carrots and the green bell pepper and the coriander tend to cook very fast. So I didn't want to overcook them, and I just wanted at the end of all this, as we're eating our stew, we're going to savor the taste. We are going tutaenda kusikia your taste. Yeah, everything. We are going to just feel, our taste buds are not going to miss any taste of the ingredients. That's why we are adding some ingredients at the end, almost at the end of our cooking. Yes, we just don't want to miss anything. As you can see, we've not used the spices like the maybe turmeric to call out all the other spices, but we have used the natural spices, which are the coriander, the green bell pepper, the carrots. Yeah. So at this point, as you can see, our tomatoes our soup was like, our stew was dry. It didn't have soup because I let all the soup boil, so that I don't know if it's the potatoes and the peas and the meat to absorb the taste. Yes. So I add water into this. So I'm going to taste if my salt is still okay, or I just need to add some salt. But the salt was okay. So at this point, so if you see me put in the coriander and the green bell pepper, just know we are about to eat. Why? Because the recipe is almost done. I added some small amount of water, and then I added these ingredients, our last ingredients. Yeah, so we are almost through with this. So I hope you liked it. If you'd love me to just follow another way of cooking it, please comment and just explain. Yeah, we are going to add the pepper, pilipili, just a small amount. I don't like ati pilipili mingi, ni kidogo tu. So I'm going to stir my food to make like all of it mix together. Yeah, and this is the whole process of cooking my stew. So guys, if you like the video, please share with your friends. Surprise maybe your roommate, your mom, or your friends with this recipe. And remember to subscribe, guys. Yes. So I had to cover my soup for it to cook without any disturbance. So this is our last row, our last star. Yes. So our stew is ready. So I'm going just to turn off the gas and let's wait for that part. Yeah, we have already served our stew. So this stew, you can eat it with chapatis, you can eat it with rice. Yeah, just